Today we're breaking down all the different nozzle types you'll come across in 3D printing. Brass, hardened steel, tungsten, and more. If you ever asked yourself, why does my nozzle look like it got eaten by a squirrel? The answer is simple. You probably used the wrong one. Welcome back to Make or Build It, the only channel where we treat your nozzle with love right before you run carbon fiber through it like a lawnmower over Legos. Today we're talking all about the different nozzle types, and I don't mean size, I mean the actual material the nozzles are made of and which materials they're actually meant to handle. If you're new to 3D printing or the actual grown-up version of the phrase additive manufacturing, then welcome to the community. And now is probably a great time to hit the follow button. So let's start with the most common nozzle in 3D printing, a brass nozzle. You gotta sort of think of brass nozzles as the starter Pokemon. It's friendly, it heats up quickly, it melts plastic beautifully, making it perfect for beginners and seasoned makers alike. It's great for PLA, PLA+, PETG, and TPU. But brass has one weakness: abrasives. The moment you run glow-in-the-dark filament through it, it starts deforming like a marshmallow at a campfire. Brass nozzles are soft emotionally and physically. Next are hardened steel nozzles. Hardened steel nozzles wake up every morning and choose violence. These things don't care what you print, they're built for abuse. They're best for carbon fiber, glow-in-the-dark filament, wood-filled filament, and metal filament. The trade-off is they heat up slowly, and some of the fine details on your prints may come out slightly softer. So if brass is a goldfish, hardened steel is a wolverine that drinks 3 energy drinks before breakfast. Coated nozzles. Coated nozzles, including titanium nitride and nickel-coated versions, are basically brass nozzles wearing armor. They perform like brass, but the coating helps the nozzle last longer. They're great for everyday prints and occasional abrasive filaments. Think of these nozzles as brass nozzles, but they've gone through therapy and learned some boundaries. They're perfect if you want a nozzle that can handle most materials and won't break down. The ruby nozzle. This is sort of like Dorothy's ruby slippers in The Wizard of Oz. Ruby nozzles are people say, I want to perform, and while I'm doing that, I want to feel fancy. They come with the tiny synthetic ruby tip, and that ruby tip is extremely hard. They're best for constant carbon fiber printing, glow-in-the-dark filament abuse, and any kind of extremely abrasive printing. The ruby tip is stronger than your willpower during a filament sale at Christmas. Tungsten nozzles. Tungsten nozzles are the sledgehammer of the nozzle world. They have extremely high melting points, they have a really high wear resistance, and pretty much don't care what filament you run through them. They'll laugh at any of those filaments. They're best for extremely abrasive filaments, industrial level printing, and creating parts you hope to pass down to your grandkids. The drawback on them is they're expensive and they're not ideal for super fine details. Tungsten nozzles are like that friend that shows up to help you move the couch, but they move it by themselves just to prove a point. The Bambu Lab Stainless Steel High Flow Nozzle. This is the nozzle Bambu Labs designed for one thing and one thing only: speed. You'll find these high flow stainless steel nozzles on the A1, the P1, the X1, and the H2. And they're designed to keep up with the fast printing profiles that Bambu Labs is famous for. They heat up fast enough to make other nozzles jealous. And they push filament like they're trying to win a drag race. It's great for PLA, high-speed PLA, PLA+, PETG, and TPU. But there is a catch. While stainless steel is tougher than brass, it's still not built for abrasive materials. Just don't feed it a lot of glow-in-the-dark filament, carbon fiber, or it'll wear down your patience faster than a failed print. And if you want to download this nozzle guide for free, I'll link it in the description below. So there you have it, the most common 3D printing nozzles. We've gone from sweet little brass to the toughness of tungsten. A nozzle that could probably survive re-entry from orbit. If this breakdown helped you pick the right nozzle for your next project, or you just enjoyed imagining brass nozzles crying, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. For more on 3D printing, DIY, and maker projects, make sure you like and follow Make or Build It, and remember, keep on making. Oh, and remember, every great maker starts with one idea, one tool, and one moment where they decide, yeah, I can build that.